Continuing softness in the housing market, is that too simplistic?
No, I think that's fair. I mean, from everything we've seen, housing was pretty weak around the turn of the year, and there's at least some hint of maybe a bit of a turnaround as we head into the spring. The home builders sentiment index has rebounded each of the last 2 months. But yeah, I think December was probably just about pretty close to the bottom, at least hopefully.
But that also leads to distortion, right? Retail sales also horrible in December. Like, how much of this is going to be distorted?
Well, this is a big problem because most of the data that have come out on a delayed basis have been kind of quirky. And there's no particular reason why that should be. But, you know, given that fact, I think we have to take the data with not only is it old news, but it also seems like we have to take it with a grain of salt.
So, Laura, we talked about this with respect to retail sales in the month of December, quirky data, we're not exactly sure. At the same time, how can you square these sorts of numbers, if you do, with what we think about the consumer? Because more people have jobs, they're getting paid more, wages are going up, maybe not as robustly as some people would like, but still they're going up. Is there more disposable income, and why isn't it going into things like houses?
Sure. I mean, so I think both, the consumer and the overall housing market are both tied to what's going on with the tightening labor market. So in terms of, the housing starts, I wouldn't put too much stock in any one number. As you said, the data's been quirky, and housing starts as it is are quite volatile. And I think a lot of the weakness that we're seeing is reflective of the environment in November, December. Now, as we get to January, the Fed has shifted to a more dovish tone. So we're seeing mortgage rates soften a little bit. This should help the housing markets. We're already seeing it in home builder sentiment. Overall, I would say in housing, we're expecting kind of, single-digit growth in home prices. We expect the environment to be okay.